Okay, so it's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name's Kalicha.
My name is Kamaya.
Okay.
And we're hosts of Save It for the Pod, a podcast by the Capri Best Buy Teen Tech Center Youth.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us today for a few questions.
Can you start by stating your name again and the organization you represent?
Yes, so I'm Kristel Porter, and I'm the Executive Director of the West Broadway Business and Area Coalition.
So, how did you first get involved with PCYC or the Capri?
Oh man, how did I first get involved? I was about this tall. My family, we would come to the Capri Theater on a regular basis. It was a church that actually ran out of this building when I was young. You guys might not know this, but the little plaza that's between PCYC and the Capri Theater was a street. So it was the street that actually ran through West Broadway Avenue. So I remember that time. And when the entrance was more on the corner of the building, I used to hang out, do all kinds of art, acting, music, whatever. But this was also a place to hang out, a safe place for young people to hang out when I was younger. And then we'd always run up the hill across the street where now is an apartment building, but there was a really good chicken spot up there. So that's what I remember with PCYC and the Capri. But now, as someone who leads the business association, what I do is I help the businesses stay in business. So even though Capri and PCYC is a really big organization that does a lot of work, they still need help too, just like every business. I don't care how small or big it is, but we understand that PCYC and the Capri Theater are a cornerstone in the community, and without them, North Minneapolis would not be on the map the way it is now. They are literally the institution that brings people into North Minneapolis outside of the community, and we have to protect that. So I do everything I can to make sure Capri, anything that they're doing here, anything that they're doing at PCYC for the youth, I make sure that, they're good, that they have what they need. Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah, no problem. And every time there's an event going on, we spread it far and wide. We've got a lot of access to media and marketing, and so we make sure that we market those things. Yeah.
So do you have any fun memories or stories about the Capri?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one big favorite thing that I would come to when I was younger, it was called Hallelujah Night. My parents didn't let me trick or treat. They were very strong Christians, and so they were like, no, it's evil, so you can't participate in Halloween. But the Hallelujah Night would happen here in this building, and so it was fun because I could hang out with all the kids my age, and they built like a maze out of boxes, and it wasn't like a haunted house. It was just a maze, and there was just so many games and so many things to do, and I just remember it being a highlight of the year because I could hang out with a lot of people my age and eat a ton of candy because my parents didn't let me eat candy. So yeah.
That's beautiful. So why can you say you support the Capri or PCYC? What allows you to continue to support and continue to stop by and do what you do?
Well, first and foremost, I live 2 blocks away, so that helps. I literally walked here tonight. Why drive 2 blocks? That's ridiculous. So that's one. They have some of the most phenomenal shows. People are missing out. They're missing out on the movies, the film festival. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've seen any of the movies, but I was they're the type of movies that I'll watch and you think about them days later and go, oh yeah, that's what that meant, deep stuff, And so that's what keeps me coming back. And also because the people that work in this establishment are people that are from my community. I know them. I've known them for years. Janet Zahn, you just interviewed her. She was on the board of the first organization I was an executive director of. I threw Live on the Drive with her. That was a huge event that brought people from all over the state and sometimes people outside of the state. So the people that work here are people from the community. Yeah. They're my family. So that's why I'm going to keep coming back. And when they have shows, it's something I can relate to. It's, I grew up, in this neighborhood. I grew up and around these folks, and I know what everyone around here is going through, and when you have like performances and shows that I can relate to, of course I'm gonna show up, you know, because I understand it, you know, and that's important. It's important that the work that they're doing is so important. It's to have somebody that you can look up to have something you can relate to, so that you're not alone in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So, what would you say really motivates you or inspires you to do the things that you do?
Oh goodness. I would say my kids, my grandkids. You know, they keep me getting up every day. You know, I started young. You know, I became a mom when I was 14 years old. And it's the thing that saved my life. You know, and now that I'm a grandmother, like just knowing that I have these beautiful people that love me so much unconditionally, it just gives me that extra drive and energy, and it makes me want to get up every day and just be the best version of myself for them, so that they have somebody that they can look up to, and then hopefully some of the good things that I'm doing in the world will kind of rub off on them, and they will like push that forward, because we are in a time in the world right now where the energy is very low.
Yeah. And
if you can spread a little bit of love and a little bit of kindness, that's what keeps me going. Also, just, you know, like today, we did a spring cleanup. We cleaned up trash on the avenue, the entire avenue. And, you know, just seeing people like kind of look at us and then go, "What are you doing?" And then they come in, they ask, and then we hand them a free water bottle and hand them a bag, and then they start grabbing. And then I start realizing, like, all these people that weren't planning to go to an event are now picking up trash on the avenue. It's just, it just feels good when you have an impact on somebody. And it's just something really simple, but it's a big deal, you know, because that stuff just continues to spread.
Yeah, it is. So what advice would you give teens today, or the younger generation, or what advice would you have wanted for yourself when you were our age?
So we spend our lives looking outside of ourselves and looking outside of our small circle for validation a lot, right? We want to do something big. We want to go global. We want to big. That stuff isn't important, because you're going to hit it at a certain age and you're going to realize that the most important thing in life is the people that are closest to you and yourself. So don't waste your life trying to get validation from the world and from all these people out here, because none of them really truly do care. The people that really care about you are your family and your close friends and yourself. Yeah. And that is the most important thing in the whole wide world. Don't waste your life to only turn around when you're in your 50s and go, "Oh yeah, the whole important thing was right there in front of me the whole dang time." And my thing is, you know, everybody's out here is going, how do we fix it? How do we fix the world? How do we make things better? The way that we make things better is we focus on our own family and ourselves. That's what we do. If everyone in the entire world took care of their own block, made sure the people on their block were good, made sure the children on the block were educated and fed, made sure the elders had what they needed and the care that they needed, the entire world would heal overnight if everyone just focused on what was right in front of them. That's all you got to do. It's very simple. We don't need to try to be the biggest, most famous, most popular thing, because the reality is the people that actually become well known, it's because they were grinding, their head was down, and they were focused on the thing that their calling was. They were focused on their vocation. And that's what got them attention. A lot of people that become famous were not trying to become famous. They were just doing what they needed to do because it was something that needed to be done.